If you made a mistake in your knitting, you're going to want to either unpick a few stitches or rip out big chunks of your work. So if it's several rows back, you're going to want to take the needles off and start ripping it out. I know it's a little bit scary, but you just go and rip back to about one row before the mistake. And then what I like to do is it feels much safer to take just one row back, because then you're able to unpick each stitch very safely onto the needles. So at this point, when you unpick this first one, you can see the front of the stitch here. This is the stitch facing frontwise. So if I go into the front of it and it turns to the right, it means that my stitch won't be twisted. Now my yarn is sticking. So same with this one. I'm just going to go into the base of the next stitch, pull that off. And so what I'm able to actually do is go into the base of the next stitch coming along and just pop each one on the needle. So it makes it much safer, much easier, because I'm able to see what happens with each stitch as I'm going along. So that's what if I had one whole row or one big section that I want to do. Now I'm going to put these back on the needle. You see, again, I'm going to be very careful putting them so that they're mounted correctly. So if you've only got a couple of stitches that you need to rip back or unpick, what you'll do with that is you'll unknit a couple of stitches. These ones are a bit tight going back. So a bit like what we were doing a while ago here, you're going to be doing it just one stitch at a time. So with this, our yarn is all the way over here. So with this one, you can go back while it's still on the needles, pop it off, take this out, go back to the base of the next one, pull this off, and pull this out. So you're just unknitting one at a time, but by going into the front of the stitch like this, it means that none of your stitches get twisted and everything remains correctly mounted. Because if you do, like when I pick this off here, if you did pick it up wrong way round, you can see that the stitch is twisted backwards. So if I pop it off, this is the front of the stitch, and we always want it lifted up from the front like this, so that our right leg of the stitch is in front and the left leg is at the back.